what do you think the Browns should do first overall with those three choices?
Well, look,
those are the three choices, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Okay.
when you look at it, to me, Barkley is the best player in the draft. They have to take a quarterback, no question. If you want to cross your fingers and hope that maybe there's a run on quarterbacks, you could see Barkley at 4. If you want to trade back in, which they could easily, probably only have to go up one spot, which remember they did it a long time ago with Kellen Winslow, moving up one spot for him. There's some precedent there. They have so many picks. I think they could still get the best player in the draft as well as the quarterback, but they have to go quarterback first. And for me, it really comes down to Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold. I lean right now more towards Darnold than I do to Rosen. A couple things. Number one, I've seen Darnold do things that Rosen can't do in terms of getting out of some trouble. When you watch him, I don't know if people understand, this USC offensive line, Rich, was terrible. I was at that Cotton Bowl. He got hit repeatedly, each and every play. And you go back and watch the cut-ups of 3rd and 6+ throws. I saw a lot more pressure on Darnold than I did on Rosen, and Darnold can get away from some of that. He can survive and get outside of that. He can make every throw. The turnovers, you gotta sort through that. Rosen, if you just want a pure passer where they are right now, step in day one, Rosen's ahead. But his kind of inability to create once things, you get a free rusher, which you're going to see each and every Sunday, that to me is my hang up there with Rosen.
So you're saying Rosen's more of the pocket passer?
Pure pocket passer, no question. He's a decent athlete. When he takes off, he can go get you some yards. But just being able to maneuver and make that free rusher miss, Darnold's on another level with me. And I think Darnold can evolve and grow into being the passer that Rosen is right now.
Now, my concern watching that Cotton Bowl, was that, and I understand the offensive line was bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that front seven that the Ohio State brought with Schiano dialing it up, I mean, you just kind of saw what Darnold's going to see on Sundays this fall. And not only was that difficult for him to handle protection-wise, it looked like he couldn't figure out what was coming his way at all. But when it came time to score fast, you even said, where's the tempo on this offense?
Yeah, that's a coaching thing to me, which I did not understand.
And then I responded to you by saying, well, there is a tempo of him getting to the line, looking over, waiting 20 seconds, looking one more time, and saying hike. That's not a concern for you as an evaluator?
To me, I think almost maybe some of that was the reason why he ended up coming out. I don't know. I thought for sure year 2 with what he did last year, they would give him the keys to the car a little bit more, which they clearly didn't. I mean, you're down 3 scores in that game, and they're at such a slow pace. He's looking to the sidelines. I wish they would have put the game more in his hands. That's another topic. I mean, that whole game is a long discussion. When I went back and I was at the game. When I went back and watched it, Rich, their interior 3 offensive line just got crushed. He had pressure up the middle on him all game long, and I can pull out 12 to 15 throws he made in that game, as impressive as you'll ever see. Threw for 350 yards. They just got down the red zone and bogged down. It wasn't like they couldn't move the football. To me, the biggest issue with Sam is the fumbles. And to me, there's some coachable things on there. His offhand comes off the ball a lot inside the pocket. You can coach that. You can get better there. And I think some people look at the raw number of fumbles. When I sort it, and what you can do with technology is great, and I can watch all these fumbles, some of them are on a mesh on a zone read. Like that's not, is it the running back? Is it the quarterback? One of them's on a lateral back. It's a swing pass to Ronald Jones. He drops the ball. He doesn't fall on it. Mm-hmm. That goes in Sam Darnold's turnover category. So I think he can clean up the things he needs to clean up. His ability, you watch him against Washington, against those 3 NFL DBs we talked about in the draft last year. He tore them up. The big stage with the Rose Bowl, he tore up Penn State. Texas this year when they had to make plays late in the game, he did it. So I've seen him do it. I know he can do it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.